All right. Hello to everybody over on YouTube. We're getting ready to push the go button over here on Facebook, but I wanted to say hi to everybody over here first. If you're watching us on YouTube live, then this is the live recording of the Church Media Guys show. I'm Dave. Justin is sitting here in the green room. He'll be on in a sec. And what we're doing is we're recording the Church Media Guys show, which is a show that Justin and I do every week. So basically, you guys are our live studio audience, so we want to hear from you. We want you to say hi in the chat and do stuff like that. I'll be monitoring it. Justin will also be monitoring it. In fact, some of our regulars will probably be in there answering questions and engaging with you guys while we're talking and stuff. So everybody say hi and be sure to share. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Ring that bell up there in YouTube so you guys know when we're going live. And be sure to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, I'm going to click over here and try to get this thing going. So hang on one sec. Why isn't it? What the heck? It looks like it changed. Dadgummit. Why isn't our RTMP working?
Retro.
Dadgummit. You have to bear with me for a sec. Sorry about that, guys.
Bear down. Bear down for midterms.
All of a sudden, Facebook decided to change my persistent stream key.
Oh, Facebook.
That really doesn't help. In the meantime, I'm going to put Justin up on the screen so that you guys can talk to him while I work on this. So hang on one sec. Where is his screen? Where is Justin? And I'm going to make you full screen, old boy. Okay, Justin, say hi to the kids.
Hi to the kids. This is like when they're like having trouble on the news set. They're like, let's go to Rob with the weather. And then
Yeah.
Rob's sitting there eating a donut and he's like, it's still raining.
Oh, sorry, Jim.
Yeah, let's talk about this weather we're having, Dave. This has been a crazy year for Texas in the weather. And I'm counting like the end of last year as well. I know Houston had they had the hurricane. And then I think 8 weeks later, it froze. And so like I saw a picture, I think it was called New Orleans Street in Houston, and it showed like 8 months apart or 8 weeks apart, and the stop sign was underwater. And then in the 8 weeks later, it's like frozen with icicles. It was just the craziest thing. And yeah, it was cloudy here, like full cloudy, couldn't see a lick of the sun, all blue sky, couldn't even tell where the sun was in the sky. And it was still 95 degrees. 95 degrees, and it was just, you couldn't even see anything. It was just insane.
All right, I'm going to pause the stream for just a second, guys. We will be back in second. And it should be coming back. Let's see. There we are. We're back on the YouTube. And great. Now I can go live over on Facebook. I'm sorry you had to listen to Justin talking about the weather.
It's what's on my mind.
Yeah. You know, I find if I buy the generic wax beans and take the labels off, I can't tell a difference.
Wax beans?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm too young for that reference. Is that a thing? Is that like canned bread?
Seinfeld thing when Kramer had his Merv Griffin set. when Kramer had his Merv Griffin set and realized he couldn't do 18 hours of content. All right, can you tilt your screen down just a bit? Any chance?
Yes.
There you go. All right, now you're up. All right, I'm gonna hit go live over on Facebook, and I'm gonna welcome these Facebookians. Awesome, we're live. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Okay, now it went boom. That's funny. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Church Media Guys show. This is the live recording of the Church Media Guys show, a show that Justin and I do every week at a little bit after 11 on Fridays. Justin's waving, but y'all can't see him. He's over there in the green room. We actually are getting started just a moment or two late because Facebook decided to just arbitrarily change my persistent stream key, which basically means when you're doing Facebook Live, if you're going to be like doing a regular thing all the time, instead of having to, plug in your server information and generate a stream key and then copy the stream key and paste it into your streaming software, you can say, hey, make it persistent, which means that we're just going to use this one all the time. That's the way it happens on YouTube. It's been happening like that on YouTube for like 10 years. But anyway, when you have a persistent one, you plug it into your software, and anytime you hit go, it should be going. However, they decided it was time to change it, so I had to make a new one. So anyway, here we are. You guys are our live studio audience. We're going to be recording our show. Today we're going to be talking about the apps and stuff that we love, the things that we use on a daily basis on our phone that we kind of can't live without. Some of it's going to be like hyper technical. Some of it's just going to be practical. So we're going to be sharing that with you here in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and bring the man of the hour on, Justin. Say hi to the kids over there before we get launched.
Hi to the kids over there before we get launched.
All right. Now,
I was waving because you can see me on your computer in the background.
Oh, that's funny. Hang on.
So it was like you're like Justin's in the green room, and I'm just like waving on the back of your computer.
All right. Let's see. Yep, there it is. That's cool.
Jordan says hi, Dave Curley.
Hello, Jordan.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, this is gonna be a. This episode is going to be a little less formal, I guess, because we're not we're basically showing stuff we use. I guess is the way, just the apps and things on our phones that we're using on a regular basis. So we're just like, let's just show them what we're using and let's talk about why we like them and see if there's anybody getting any feedback. I hate when it does that.
Chris says, be right back, meeting with the boss. Lol.
There we go. There's my phone. And you got your phone cocked and loaded?
Yep.
Good.
Also, the Jehovah's Witnesses are in our neighborhood, so.
Oh, knocking on doors, huh?
My dogs are probably going to go off sometime
awesome.
Today.
All right.
It's a living.
All right. Let's see here. Can you see what's on my screen back there?
Let's see. Is that Three Stooges?
Yeah.
Yeah, the bowl cut gives it away.
The what?
Bowl cut?
Oh, yeah, Mo. I love the Three Stooges. All right, guys. We've given you enough time to show up. We're just going to go with it. So everybody be sure you share this. If you would, please. Go and share. Justin, have you shared to the public and to the Hacks group yet?
Yep.
Awesome.
All right. I'm ready.
Bear with me once.
Let us know in the comments if you're watching. We got quite a few on YouTube. Got a few on Facebook. What's your favorite phone app? Because I went into my phone and I don't have screen time turned on in iOS 12, but I did look at the apps that were using the most battery. and found my top used apps. So minus the games, minus my Marvel game.
What Marvel game are you playing?
Strike Force, Marvel Strike Force. It's the newest one. I always play the newest Marvel game. All right.
Were you saying that you guys have been having fruit flies at your house? Because we have
drain
fruit
flies?
What?
Drain flies.
What is that?
They're flies that come out of the drain.
What?
They have their own genus and species. I've done $1 billion of research.
Are you kidding? That's for real? Because I mean,
Yeah,
we just
yeah.
got fruit flies.
I wish there were fruit flies. They'd be gone by now. Yeah, it's called the Psychodidae.
I think I
Yeah.
dated one of those in college.
Yeah. Yeah, they're awful. They come out of the drains. They don't, and the good thing, I guess, is they don't attack you. They don't like try to eat your food. Like literally, we just sit down and eat dinner. They just hang out on the walls and they're attracted to light. So I'm constantly like basically the first night I kept the bathroom door closed.
Yeah.
While I went to go get chemicals, and I realized that when Jill opened the door, the hall light was on, so they were all around the hall light. And so I kind of like the first wave, I kind of just like turned the hall light off, and then turned the dining light on, and then they all went over there, and then I turned the living room light off or on, and they all went over there, and then I turned the outside light on, and then they went off. So I was like funneling them outside of the house, and then I got the chemicals, and it's just been a mess, and having to close all the drains, and also was repairing the toilet, which is I think what attracted them in the first place. It's just been a mess.
Man, does not look like fun.
Yeah, so lots of chemicals in our house, lots of genetically modified children, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. Yeah, all of a sudden Jill is really enjoying hanging around the light.
She loves these purple tomatoes.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Actually, I've been really getting into those. I don't know if they're called this, but I call them boutique fruit. I don't know if you've seen like the special fruit at HEB. If you go to HEB,
Yeah, go to
they
HEB.
have like Sugar Kiss cantaloupe, which is like a really sweet, soft cantaloupe. And then they have donut peaches, which is like a peach, but it's in the shape of a donut, like it's round like a donut. It doesn't literally look like a donut.
I've seen those. They're like a peach that's been squeezed.
Yeah. And those are like so good and so sweet. And I got one last week called Flavor Gator Plum Cots. And man, they're like green on the outside, like a marbled green. They're so good.
That's good. They're not natural, are they?
No, they're totally GMO'd.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know another way to do it.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, that sounds good. And again, folks, you have been listening to a couple of chubby guys talk about nutritious food.
I didn't say they were nutritious. I'm sure there is so much more sugar in those fruit.
I'm sure. But you're eating
than their
fruit.
natural counterpart.
Yes, you're eating fruit.
Jill's eating fruit, and yes, I'm eating it too. But man, if you ever see those sugar kiss melons, donut peaches, Flavor Gator plum cots, man, those are amazing. Even my dad, who doesn't like fruit, was eating it, and he was like, "Man, it's so good."
That's awesome. Tommy is over in the YouTube land and says he's sorry he missed us last night. He said he couldn't get out of the white jacket with the really long sleeves. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough to do. You got to practice that.
Yeah, no, that's there's an art to that. All right, we're going to get started. So let's see here. There are so many apps out there. The question is, what's the best? What do you use? What do we use? That's what we're talking about today. All right. I want to try that again. There's an app for this. There's an app for that. There seems to be an app for everything. The question is, which ones are the best? Well, Justin and I are going to show you the ones that we like. There we go. Hey guys, welcome to another exciting episode of the Church Media Guys Show. My name is Dave, and if we've not met, I'm the guy that started churchtrainingacademy.com, which is a place where you and I and other ministry-minded folks can go to learn how to use and exploit media and technology so that we can take the gospel to the world. We can share it inside our church, we can share it outside our church. With me, as always, is my partner in crime, Justin Nava. Good morning, Mr. Nava. Are you with us, sir?
Yes, I am with you, Dave. I am with you always. I live to serve my master. I am not a robot. I am a human.
I am not a robot. I think for myself.
Why is your face leaking? No, I'm kidding. He's not crying. What's going on, everyone?
I was
playing
just
on my phone
learning
and
how
said my name and I looked
to love. Sorry.
He keeps going on until you pull his batteries out.
Yes, exactly.
If you understood that reference, you're our new best friend.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just looking at my phone and Dave said something and I was like, uh-oh. And I realized I said something robotic and I just kind of went with it. What's going on, Dave? What's going on, Facebook watchers, podcast listeners, YouTube viewers, and radio listeners, especially to you? Hello. And how did this get broadcasted on the radio? I don't know, but I'm excited to be here.
I'm glad you're here. This is one of the highlights of my week. Unfortunately, that's all there is to it, really.
Hey, I was literally thinking that as I was walking in the computer room. I was like, this week has stunk.
Yeah.
But man, it's a great way to end it by doing a live recording, which if you don't know, we record live Fridays at 11:15 a.m. CST, give or take a few minutes.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun. It's a good way to end the week.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, look at that. This episode brought to you by Coke Zero.
Coke Zero Sugar. They're very particular. If you haven't noticed, all the branding now, it says Coke Zero Sugar.
Nice. So what do? Take one of those melon quats and squeeze it in there, or what?
That's a good idea. Flavor Gator Coca-Cola.
That's not a bad idea. We can start a whole new knee-high company here. We can have Flavor Gator knee-high and come quat.
Tommy's saying you got some crackling in your mic. Who? I don't hear it
though.
Who? Tommy?
I check. I don't hear any crackling. Does anybody else hear crackling, or is it just Tommy? Tommy has a little crackling going on sometimes, so, He's
like, oh, I found it. I was sitting on the aluminum foil.
Yep, there you go.
Tommy.
Wow, wow. That'd be one of those.
Tommy's house is brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar.
Perfect. All right, guys, we're going to get started here. Justin is going to deliver our pro tip. Those of y'all that are watching the live show or the playback of the live show and not the actual perfected, edited, wonderful version that we are doing this all for, this is our live recording. So we're basically just going through and doing the segments of our show. And we take a few moments in between segments and stuff to say hi to everybody and to talk to everybody. So, by the way, we're going to be talking about the phone apps that we use today. We've got a handful that we use on a regular basis, and we thought, you know what, let's share those. That's always interesting, I think, to find out what other people are using and how they're using them and stuff. So we're going to share that. Some of this is like directly ministry related. Other is just practical. So we're just going to share with you. There's more to our lives, believe it or not, than just ministry service. There's actual day-to-day usage stuff, and sometimes it's thrilling, and sometimes it's just there. And so we're going to show you some of that stuff today. We're going to open up the vault and let you look inside and see if Al Capone's treasure is in there. Anyway, we're going to do our pro tip now. So, Justin, you said you had the pro tip today. Am I right?
Yes, I got a pro tip for you.
That thing you were talking about last night that I didn't know about?
Yes. Let me know when you're ready to go, and I'll start the recording here.
Okay, hang on.
Make sure we can get my... Yes.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording and start the fresh recording for the pro tip.
Can you see my phone?
I cannot see your phone. I'm seeing the desktop. Now I can see your phone. Yes.
Well, hang on. That's not what it's supposed to be. Let's see. New share, QuickTime, share. Now you should see just my phone.
Now I see just that. Yeah. Can you cut back to cut back to yourself?
Go back to
to your screen. your face.
You want me to? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because
I'll
you got
just,
it. You got
stop
it.
share.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
it. Yeah, intro it. You know,
I just wanted to make sure before I go in.
Yeah, pose
Okay.
the problem, and then pause, and then let's go into the solution.
Yep.
Okay, I'm turning off my mic. This is Justin's pro tip.
Pro tip. All right. Okay, cool. Just checking this chat here. Ryan had some good ideas, but they're a continuation of the mastermind from last night. You're at church on Sunday, you're at home on weekday nights, you're at work on weekdays, and you got to get files from the phone that you took pictures on, recorded testimonies on, maybe snapped a few videos on. You got to get them to your computer, but you have no idea where you're going to be. Maybe it's a laptop, maybe it's an iPad. You don't know what you're working on at any time. Today, I'm going to show you the ultimate tool to get files from your phone to your devices to your phone, tablet to your phone, from any device to any device, and it's a free app available pretty much anywhere. How was that?
I got goosebumps.
Ooh, okay. Ooh. Mufasa. Ooh.
Oh, say it again.
I myself am in the volunteer position at my church. I'd love to be on staff, but we don't have the budget for it. So as the social media manager of my church, is purely volunteer. So I don't have an office. I don't have the proper equipment I might have if I was serving full time. So on Sundays, I don't always walk around with my camera. I'm really honestly focused on worship with my family. But there may be a baptism, there may be a couple talking to each other, and I think that's a great photo opportunity, or that's a video clip that I want to record. And so all I have on me is my phone. And so I grab out my phone and I take a picture, or I record a video, or I need someone to tell me something, so I record audio. But now I have to get it to my computer. The problem is I have a desktop computer, I have an iPad, I have a laptop. I may be anywhere at any time when I realize, oh, I got to post that to Instagram, or I got to load that to the website. And I have to get the file from my phone, the image, the video, what have you, from my phone to my computer. Now, what I could do, and what I used to do, was I used to get a cable. First, find a cable, because everything now is wireless charging and I love it. First, I have to dig out a cable, plug it in, trust my device, recognize my device. If I'm going from my iOS to Windows, that's a whole nother problem that I have, trying to get these files to my computer. I could also upload, batch upload every Sunday. These are all the photos I took. Let me upload them to my drive. And then I have to worry about file organization. And if you're a nerd that likes that kind of stuff, that's great. More power to you. But me, I'm all about on-demand file transfer. And that's what I'm going to show you today is Pushbullet. Pushbullet is a phone app, a Chrome extension, an iPad app that will let you transfer files from one device to another on demand pretty seamlessly. So I'm going to jump into my phone here, and I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like. While we're recording this, we're recording the show of looking inside our phone. So you're going to get total transparency here. Right on my home screen, that's how important Pushbullet is. I'm going to open it up here. Now you can see a couple of things that I have sent already in my history. For example, I see cool videos on YouTube, and I think my dad needs to see this, but my dad only texts. So if I watch it on my computer on YouTube, I don't have a way to get it to him. He doesn't have Messenger. He doesn't have WhatsApp. He doesn't check his email. So what I actually do is I send the link through Pushbullet to my phone, and then from here I just text it to my dad. Okay, that's how I share links. But say I want to share a picture, and so I'm just going to go into my phone here, and I'm going to share a picture to my computer, and let's share maybe this funny screenshot here of a spammer that messaged me. And so they were saying, hey, do you want to invest in this program and get $100,000? And I knew it was a spammer. So I started playing them on, and I was like, was that before or after you loaned me $500? It was it was just a funny, stupid joke. But let's say I want to share this to my computer, right? Maybe I want to send it to my computer to email to someone. I don't know, whatever, for whatever reason. Normally this would be like a church photo or whatever, but I don't have that pulled up right now. So all I do is say, hey, send this to my computer. And if I go to my computer here, I'm actually going to come screen now, share my Chrome window. If I can find it here. There we go. Okay, so now you should see my computer. If I come up here to the Pushbullet Chrome extension, right here, I now have that photo on my computer. And so really quickly, really simple. Of course, it's a huge photo, so it's going to take a second to download. But of course, right here, I can, save the image as, I can do whatever. I can pin it if I want, whatever I need to do. What I usually do is I drag it to my desktop and then I start editing it. So you can do this with photos, you can do this with videos. If you need to send a link from your phone to your computer, this really helps when you have multiple platforms. So for example, I might have an iOS phone and I need to send something to Windows. That can be a hassle to transfer photos or videos from your iOS to Windows or from your Android to Mac. So this way, it's right there when you need it. And that's just the workflow that I use. So I take a bunch of pictures on Sunday, but I don't have the time, nor do I want to take the time to upload all of them to my computer, organize them. And really, I took 20 pictures, but I might only need 2 or 3 of them. So I kind of keep them on my phone throughout the week. And then when Wednesday come and I say, I want to post that baptism picture, I just go on my phone, find it, push it to my computer, and then I can send it out to Facebook, or I can edit it right on my computer with Photoshop and then send it out or put it into a graphic. And so this is really for on-demand file pushing. Also, if you want to send links, I showed you that first. And so if you find something and you have other people on your Pushbullet account or other people logged in with the same account, you can push something to your staff real quick from your phone, or just log in real quick on their computer and say, I need to give you this file. Let me send it to your computer real quick. There's a couple different ways that you can use it. But if you just need to send one file from your computer to your phone, or phone to computer, or iPad, whatever, what have you, you can send it with this app. It's totally free. I'm loving it. I'm digging it. I use it almost every day. In fact, on my list of top apps that use battery, or not battery, but top apps that I open the most, Pushbullet is almost every day. So this is an app that I live or die by, because I just don't have time to be plugging in, transferring, organizing. I just need to send it, use it, and forget it. So that's what I love to use Pushbullet for. And that's what you can do to save yourself some time and your headache. If you're going to church, taking photos on your phone, and then you got to upload it to your computer, super simple, super easy to use. That's Pushbullet for iPhone or Android.
That is extremely cool. I dig that.
So I'm going to pull up the, I said iPhone and Android. I'm pretty sure I had it when I was on Android. Yeah, Android, iOS, Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Opera, and they have a Windows app. So that's cool too. So if you just have to use IE, they have a Windows app.
Excuse me. All right, awesome. All right, so I'm going to pick up with the pitch to hacks. It's called Pushbullet, right?
Pushbullet, yeah.
Okay, cool. So there you go, Pushbullet. That's extremely cool. That's just one of the kinds of little pieces of information that you guys are going to get if you join the Church Media Hacks group. This is a private Facebook group that Justin and I put together a while back that's like growing like wildfire, Justin, wouldn't you say? I mean, we're fastly approaching 1,000 members, and we've only been doing this for a few months, and that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, every day it's like Facebook keeps bothering me because people keep joining.
I know.
And it's actually a good problem, because quite honestly, the more people in this group, the more valuable it is. Because there are so many people that have done things, tried things, failed with things, succeeded with things that you or I just haven't had the opportunity to do. So, I mean, the more it grows, the more valuable it is. And guys, it's so valuable right now.
It's extremely valuable. If you guys want to learn from other people that are doing stuff like this, and you don't have to pay anything because our group happens to be free, you can go to churchmediahacks.com and click to join and answer a couple of questions. Let us know that you're in our space, which is the church media, church communications, ministry-minded folks, and we'll let you in, and then you can start sharing all your wisdom, and we'll bring what wisdom we have to the table, and more importantly, we'll let everybody else bring all of their wisdom and their hacks and stuff to the table, and we just love to have you. So go to churchmediahacks.com and become a hacker. Boom. Clear and concise. Yeah. I like that. All right. Let's see. Let me go get the screen up here and get to the dual. All right, cool. All right, I'm going to stop the recording and start the recording for the feature presentation. Okay, guys, this is our feature presentation section. This is where we're going to share our apps, etc. And, right, here we go. I'm going to do something here real quick. Let me see if I can punch up the quality for the stream some. All right. You guys should be seeing a little bit higher quality here in just a second. Today's pro tip is brought to you by nothing.
Coke Zero Sugar.
Coke Zero Sugar. There you are. Today, our feature presentation is really laid back, and I like that it's really laid back. Justin and I were talking and said, we could do something like hyper topical, or we could basically just sort of open up our trunks and let people look inside and see the kind of stuff we use. And I like doing that. I like to look inside, people's houses, Justin, like when I'm driving down the street late at night and someone's got their window open and there's a game on, it's like, oh, I wonder what game they're watching. Or look, they're watching a movie. What are they? Oh, look, they're watching the new Jack Ryan show on Amazon. Or, I kind of, that little voyeur that sits inside of me likes to see what's going on in other people's lives. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say that, Justin?
Yeah. You want to see what other people are doing.
Okay, I'm not the only weirdo. That's the good thing.
Yeah, it's like it's reality TV, Dave.
Yeah,
I mean, we are just interested in people that have lives that we want, things that look good, things that pique our curiosity, or unfortunately, people that we just disagree with so much we want to look for more reasons to hate them.
Yes, exactly. I hate you, Justin. You're no good for nothing.
I hate you too, Dave.
Thank you. We make the perfect business team here. Let's see. I need to jump over. All right. All right, so Justin, I'm gonna let you kick it off first. Yours, I don't know. I'm gonna be the old guy and say I don't understand this whole big mess. So I'll let you take the first one here with your Reddit, whatever, I don't know, anonymous 4chan thing, whatever you do.
Okay, thank you, Dave. So my number one most used app, and this is my social media, and that's Reddit. Now, if you don't know what Reddit is, the tagline is the front page of the internet, because people submit posts to Reddit. They submit articles, videos, things that they find across the web. Not many people are creating content for Reddit like we might think of social media. We're just sharing links. We're sharing content. And when it lands on Reddit, other people that use Reddit, called Redditors, vote on whether or not the content is funny, entertaining, educational, whether it applies to life, right? And so they upvote it. And the more upvotes a piece of content gets, the higher it goes on Reddit. So it's kind of like your Facebook feed, where you have something that's very popular on Facebook. It tends to be shown to you first on Facebook, like marriage announcements, birth announcements. Unfortunately, like I have cancer posts, those kind of things, they show up first on your Facebook feed because Facebook sees a lot of engagement around it. So it puts it on your feed first, and you scroll down and you see things that have less engagement. Reddit kind of started that, and it's not algorithmically based. It really is simply people see a link, they see content, and they upvote it that it's relevant, entertaining, fun, or they downvote it that it's not relevant, or maybe it's false. I don't know. You're not supposed to vote on falseness. But then Reddit is also subdivided into different subreddits. Now, these are subreddits. These are like channels that are focused around a particular topic. You'll kind of see some of the subreddits that I follow. So there might be a technology subreddit. There are subreddits for TV shows, like a show that I'm watching, I just finished on Netflix called Maniac. There's a subreddit for that where people can discuss plot details, character discoveries, their favorite quotes. Then there's also news subreddits. There's left subreddits. There's right subreddits. There's a Trump subreddit. There's a Hillary subreddit. There are subreddits for marketing. There's subreddits for churches. Not churches specific, but church topics. There's one that I'm really enjoy called the Academic Bible subreddit, which is people basically nerding out and doing like sharing their seminary theses on subreddit. So thesi. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. You can really curate it to be what you want. So I'm going to come into my phone here, and you're going to see my Reddit. Now, you typically don't want to share your phone on live recording and podcasting, but me and Dave said we're going to be super transparent here. So you should see my phone right now. And the way that I check Reddit is with the Apollo app. I don't know if you can see me moving it around, but right here is the Apollo app. That's basically just a window. It's the app. It's like Outlook that looks into Reddit, and it's going to open up my Reddit here. And you can see it's just some of the things that pop up on my Reddit feed. Okay. So you'll see some of the subreddits that I'm applied to. And a lot of them don't have to do with media or marketing. This is half educational, half entertainment for me. So, for example, I'm subscribed to the T-Mobile Reddit.
Is that an ad up there?
No. This is someone posted this.
Oh, gotcha.
So they're saying here, hey, American Express users, check your offers page. You might get 10% off your cell phone bill. That's helpful, right? If I was an American Express user, I can now get 10% back off because I was subscribed to the T-Mobile subreddit. You can see down here at the bottom, the very bottom, you can see how many people upvoted it. 22 people upvoted it. 19 people commented on it. It was posted 3 hours ago to the T-Mobile subreddit. You can see here, of course, I'm subscribed to the Defenders subreddit. That's the Netflix TV series, and it's just a meme. There's Ask Reddit, which is one of my favorites. This guy asks, what human invention truly blows your mind when you think about it that we as humans take for granted? Interesting posts like that. You sometimes find religious discussions that can be fruitful, can be harmful. It's just, depending on who's online right now. And then, we have the best of, where people find the best of Reddit and put it here. Here's some movie news. Here's some technology news. So a lot of my news comes from Reddit. Would I personally enjoy? Some people may not enjoy this. I subscribe to both right-leaning subreddits and left-leaning subreddits. So I get a little bit of both, much to Dave's frustration, because I always, seem to go with some people on the left and some people on the right. Science subreddit, the Orville, that's a TV show I follow. So a lot of my news and information and entertainment comes from here, comes from curation. Here's the design subreddit, Design Freebie, where people find free stuff online, free mock-ups for this example. And so lots of good stuff here. And here is a Reddit that I love called Better Every Loop. Here's a GIF of our president boarding Air Force One with toilet paper stuck on his shoe. You just don't find that anywhere else here. It's a curation of different feeds. And what I really enjoy about it is, unfortunately, it gave me a lot of entertainment stuff and useless stuff here. But I'll log on and I'll usually see news stories first. I'll see some laughing stuff, some memes, some thoughtful stuff, some Ask Reddit stuff, maybe some TV show stuff. And I'll follow it up with some more, people discussing things. I'll just point out some of the subreddits that I follow here, and then we'll get going. Academic Bible, that's the subreddit where people discuss things. So the top post in there is, what are doctrinal differences between disputed Pauline epistles and the undisputed Pauline epistles? Are you still awake here?
Who's Pauline?
No, Pauline epistles. I have a couple of GIF Reddits. If you know anything about me, I love GIFs. I'm subscribed to a concealed carry subreddit where they share new products. People share law changes, helpful tips when you have to conceal carry. I'm subscribed to an entrepreneur subreddit with lots of motivation and stories shared there. Just a lot of different Reddits. Let me find one more interesting one. I'm subscribed to a nerd fitness subreddit where people will post things that are like health conscious fitness routines, but maybe with a nerd twist. Like, hey, if Captain America had to work out, this might be the workout he has to do. There's a subreddit for that. There's a Facebook group for that probably. But that's my number one used app. That's my social media. I don't spend a lot of time on Facebook. I don't spend a lot of time on Instagram or social media. I spend a little bit of time on Twitter. But Reddit is where it's at because it's so curated to my tastes. And there's a subreddit for just about anything. And so whether you look for, like I said, a left Reddit, a right Reddit, a movie Reddit, I got my mom on Reddit, I got my pastor on Reddit, and they just love seeing everyone curating things from around the web. I mean, it's crowdsourcing information from around the web. And, I hate to say it, a lot of times there's some junk on Facebook, and I'm like, that can't be right. And I go on to Reddit, and I find the truth because people are freely able to discuss for better or for worse, and things come out that maybe wouldn't come out in a Facebook echo chamber or an Instagram page. So I really enjoy Reddit. It's the internet for me. I went on way too much about this. I won't go on too much about the other ones, but that is where I spend a majority of my time. That is where I get a lot of my news, a lot of my entertainment, a lot of my did you knows. That's my number one.
Very cool. Very cool. I like that. I've never been a big Redditor. I've used it a little bit here and there, but it's just I guess I mean maybe we need to do a like from the Reddit page or something, do like a little walkthrough or something about how to make the most out of Reddit, or how to get the most out of Reddit for someone who's completely uninitiated.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we could like we did that for my pastor,
Hmm.
and he's like, I don't get it, like because when you first sign on, you get a bunch of default subreddits,
Sure.
which is like pics and cute puppies and technology news,
Right.
and we showed him like, no, here's where you get information on, here's the Trump Reddit, right? If you really want to support what he's doing and find out what he's doing, here is the like I showed my mom that book you read. I don't remember what the book, James Cameron. There's this James Cameron subreddit where they talk about James Cameron's books and break down his books and what he's coming out with next. And there's a Game of Thrones Reddit, and so a subreddit. And so you really tailor it to you. And I got a couple of coworkers plugged in on it. It's a lot of fun.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, mine is extremely practical. I'm gonna share it over here. Let me bring up right there, and you
Are
guys.
you saying mine wasn't
No,
practical?
no, no, no. Yours is practical. Yours is practical. You're pretty, Justin. Okay. Mine is extremely practical. It's called Mile IQ. Now, I don't know all the rules and stuff for people at churches, and what mileage you can you can write off and stuff like that. Whoops, I cut to a shot of Justin promoting our sponsor. That was awesome. I don't.
I thought it was safe.
Yeah, I don't know. Frankly, I don't care what the rules are with your mileage tracking and all that sort of stuff. But somewhere in your life, if you need to track mileage, which I do because I'm a business owner, and so when I'm driving to see my client at the church, I have to track that mileage. When I'm driving to the television studio, got to track that mileage and stuff. When I'm going to someone else's house, I track that mileage, and I can write off several thousand miles a year, which is pretty big. So I'm using Mile IQ, and Mile IQ is a freemium piece of software. It lets you do like 40 drives a month for free, and if you're going to use it and have it classify and track your mileage and stuff, then you want to have the paid for version. It's really cool. One of the things that I like is that it can auto classify once you start doing things on a regular basis. I'm just going to go real fast to like some September drives that have not been auto classified. I just want to give you a quick idea. All right, so this one right here, you see I've got 11.2 miles. The potential savings or that I could write off is $6.10. This is from one location to my daughter's school. So since this is personal for her, well, I could bring up the map if I wanted to actually walk through it. But if I want to like classify it, you'll notice it says up at the top there that you can swipe to the left for personal, swipe to the right for business. So since this is personal, I'm going to swipe it, and then I'm going to add a purpose, which is Jane to school. And then it's going to start grabbing all the other ones that are fitting that criteria. So this one from her place back over here, that's the same thing. So I'm just going to add a purpose, Jane to school. And then we've got someplace over on Hewlin over here to my house. So that's just personal. Don't have to worry about it. You get the idea. We're able to do that. All of my business ones, now that I look at it, have all been automatically classified. I'm going to jump over to August real quick and take a look. So like in August, it has automatically logged $207 worth of drives, and there's another potential for other for other ones that it hasn't done. So 38 miles. This was when I went to Video Marketing World. So I'm going to make that one business. I'm going to go back. Make that one business. This is commuting to that. So that one's going to be business. This one is commuting to that. It's going to be business. This is just running around in Grapevine. So that's not. This is going back. That's business. So see, it's really easy. You can just log all of your miles driven and stuff. Now, what's really cool is that you can get all these reports. So you can get, say the October report, the September report, August 2018 to date, the last year's stuff. And when these reports come, they've got all the information in there. They've got everything put in there. They've got, whatever the current tax year's mileage rates are that you can write off and stuff like that. All that stuff's automatically done. So basically, you're going to end up with a spreadsheet that you just file away. And if you ever have to, you can gather that information, plug it into your taxes. But then if you ever get an audit or something like that or need to show that, you basically are just going to print out this, stacks of spreadsheets and hand it to the guy and let him look at it. And if it's like any other auditor, they're going to look at your records and go, okay, you keep records, we trust you. Or they're going to go through it with a fine-tooth comb and you're going to walk funny for a while. Either way, you can prove your stuff by using MileIQ. And what's cool about it, Justin, is that it will automatically do stuff. So, every day at a certain time, within a certain window, I drive from my house over to the television studio. So it's, and then I drive back. So, I mean, it automatically knows that, hey, when he makes this drive, this is a client visit. So it logs it and moves on, But if there's something out of the ordinary, like if I go from the studio to Chick-fil-A, half a mile away, then it's like, okay, you went from this location to this location. What is that? Oh, that's just me grabbing lunch. So you minimize it. I mean, you not minimize it. You mark it as personal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes total sense. I like it. In my experience, a lot of passengers do have to track their mileage, especially because if I don't know the whole rule set, but a lot of them are considered self-employed for tax reasons. So they have to track that stuff. So very useful tip.
Yeah.
Mine is a podcast app. Now this is more for everyone. So I know the first one kind of, if you're a nerd like me, the second one, if you're traveling like Dave, this one's for everyone. And I think Dave has a similar one to share.
Yep.
And this is my favorite podcast app. Now, podcast apps are like health diet advice. Everyone has a different one that they enjoy. So I'm not stepping on yours, okay? But mine is an app called Overcast. And so let me throw that on my phone here. And basically Overcast, it's my journey to Overcast began because I wanted to play things in 1.5 speed or 1.25 speed. So you can see here on the left side of my screen, I have Overcast ready and available to go. And you can see my podcast here. Now at the top, you can create playlists, but I just do it by podcast. You can see all the podcasts that I have that are awaiting listens. And then these are all the ones that I've played. So you get a little look into what podcasts I'm listening to. Not too exciting there. But what I do enjoy is if I do go into a podcast, let's say I want to play Digital Marketer here, I can actually go in and I can tell it, I want to listen to it at 1.5 speed. I want to listen at 2 times speed because I have a lot to get through. It has a smart speed option, which if it detects that, there's a pause, maybe someone talks slower and someone talks faster, it'll automatically detect, the slower talker and it'll shorten their silences. It'll make them talk a little bit faster. And then there's also a voice boost, which basically is like an EQ setting, I think, and it works really well. There is a paid version, so you see there's some ads at the bottom, but they're so not in the way. Doesn't really faze me at all. And there's plenty of settings that you can adjust. So I have it saved to just stream because I don't want it to take up any storage on my phone. So everything streams. But I am going on a trip, so if I do want to download an episode, you can see at the top, I can play it, I can favorite it, I can share it, I can download it, or I can delete it from my queue. And so this is what I really enjoy about it. The main thing I use it for is to be able to listen to podcasts at 1.5 speed. The other thing I enjoy is you can customize it per podcast. So Digital Marketer, these guys know what they're doing. They're good talkers. So I actually don't want them to be 1.5 speed. So I can say Digital Marketer, play at normal speed, but maybe Perpetual Traffic, they are slow talkers. So I do want them to be at 1.5 speed. So you can custom tailor the settings. You can tell it only keep certain unplayed episodes. So for example, if Marketing School comes out with a show every day, and so I don't want it to be a large queue, so I tell it only keep 5 unplayed episodes because I'm not going to go past 5. And so you could tell it to you could just do all kinds of customization. And that's what I really love about this app. It's also beautiful. And my favorite part is they actually have a mobile player. So I can start a podcast on my phone. When I get to my computer, I can pull up the browser and I can pick right up where I left off on my phone. I can do the same thing on my iPad. If for some reason my phone's dead, I can pull out my iPad and just start listening to another podcast right where I left off, which I realize is not a unique feature, but all these features combined is what has made me love Overcast. It pulls from the iTunes RSS library, knowledge base, podcast, whatever it's called. And so anything that's on iTunes, you can get on Overcast. And that is my number 2 app, my number 2 most used app that gets me sane and keeps me sane throughout the day.
Turn up my mic. There we go. That's awesome. I like Overcast. Is Overcast only for iOS?
It is.
That's a shame.
I forgot to mention that.
That's okay. But that's why we have Pocket Cast. Pocket Cast is the one that I use. And let me bring up my thing again. Here we go. All right. So we got Pocket Cast here. Let's see. Let me bring it up. It is a podcast catcher. Okay. It's really easy to use. Really cool. I'm going to show you just real quick how to add one. If you just hit the little plus and go to Discover, first off, you can just scroll through and see what's out there. You know, they've got curated list here, movers and shakers, things that everyone is loving and downloading, etc. You can check the trends, see what's going on there. Check nearby. So people that are that you want to share like your podcast with around you and stuff, if y'all are using Pocket Cast, you can be discoverable. Oh, here's what my pastor is listening to, etc. If you want, you can search, and I'll do a search for Ben Settle. And let's see. Oh, I didn't spell it right. There it is. Wah, wah. Because I'm not looking as I type. That's the thing. Here you go, Ben Settle Podcast. So I can just hit the little plus sign, and there it is. It's in there. So go back over here to podcasts, and there it is, the Ben Settle Podcast. And let's move it up in the list, up a little closer to the ones that I usually listen to. That's one of the things I like. It's really easy to sort of organize all this. But then I can click on and start grabbing episodes. So here's his most recent one. I can start that download. I can start this one. One of the things that I really like is the favoriting. Some of the people that I listen to have things that they have episodes of their shows that speak to me more than other episodes. And so I have this currently set in the settings. I'll show you. When you go to settings, you can set it to automatically download. Obviously, that's a good thing. One of the things that you can do is it under storage? Yeah. Auto delete played files. So files that you've already listened to, it's going to delete and keep things kind of clean for you. However, there's going to be times that you kind of want to keep some of that library around, like I said, because some of these are timeless and topics you may need to go back to time and time again. So like the power of belief. So this is one of Ray Edwards, and you can select it and hit the little star button, and then what's going to happen is that's not going to automatically delete. It will just always be there, and I can listen to it anytime I need to. It's really cool. It kind of gives you the ability to curate. Now, you can make playlists and stuff, but you could have like a playlist of curated content that you want to come back to time and time again. And of course, it's got the standard stuff. You can share. You can, change how things are sorted. I mean, it's your basic podcast player at that point. But I absolutely love it. It's invaluable. And yeah, you can do like the speed changing and stuff like that. It's absolutely fantastic. It's Pocket Cast. It's free. It's wonderful. I love it. I can't speak highly enough about it. I have not found one that's better yet.
Is that Android only? It's very material design.
Let's see. It's Android, and I'm not sure. Man, I don't know. Somebody in the chat room, look it up and find out if there's an iOS one. I could swear there is, but I can't. I can't verify that yet. But regardless, in the
it's like-
notes of the show,
Yeah, they got a very iOS design
Yeah.
looking. I mean, it's completely different. I like that.
yeah. So
Yes, it is for iOS too. Awesome.
good. And we'll have and I could swear, dude, there is a cloud version as well of the player. But anyway, we'll have all that information down in the show notes for you guys. What's next, dude?
All right, my last app that I use almost every day, especially this is the one I use probably the heaviest on Sundays.
Mhm.
And no, it's not my camera. No, it's not social media. It is Google Keep. And we've talked about Google Keep
Sure.
here, but I'm going to show you again because today is all about peeking inside of our phones. Google Keep, because you can see here, I got it on my home screen. And this is what I use to keep track of. This is my brain. Okay. I keep track of everything in here. It's my brain. So in here, I will track. I have a certain content schedule for my Instagram. So I track that. I have, YouTube video ideas that I want to do. I will track that. So anytime I think of an idea, I pop it open. I put it in there. Same thing with emails. This is where I keep everything that hits me in the middle of a sermon that I say, that could be a good social media post. This is where I track that. And so you can see here that I've been doing this for a while here. And anytime, so for example, on January 28th, that one's all right. So on January 28th, I said, okay, so the announcements that we have this week are the New Believers class, Parents Night Out, Women's Prayer Retreat, and the Pastor Search Committee meeting on Sunday.
Oh,
Then
hang
I
on a sec.
have-
Hang on. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I hit a button and it messed up the
Okay.
thing. Hang on. Let me bring it back. Got to make you.
How dare you hit buttons?
I know. Sorry about that. All right. Go ahead and put your screen back up.
Okay, it should be up.
There it is. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Pick it up from there. Sorry.
So on January 28th, I'm just going back in time. I put everything that I think could be a good social media post. Now, obviously, not everything goes into our social media, but I said, okay, for the announcements, we have the New Believers class, the Parents Night Out, the Women's Prayer Retreat, the Pastor Search Committee meeting on Sunday. Those are things that could be promoted. But more importantly, here's some clips that we could use for our social media. So, for example, the music teacher story, the preacher told a story about his music teacher. He explained whoever follows me must hate his father and mother. He explained that there's a process of discipleship. He had a really good definition of a Christian. And then I have different quotes. I look for tweetable quotes. So, I take a quote here and I say, there's no rule that says only some people can do things and others can't do anything. What's God put on your heart? These are all good things that I do on Sunday. So on Sunday, I have my Bible app open and then I have Keep open, Google Keep. So when I hear something and think, man, that would be a really good social media post, I put it in here. Then I also have all my hashtags. So every hashtag that I use, I have in here. And then I also have my church hashtags at the bottom. So I'll scroll, it's all the way at the bottom. So like FBE, Instagram right here, all those are hashtags that I use. I have my YouTube tags here that I use a lot. So, I have a lot of different things in here. And then, of course, I do a lot of random stuff here. Like when I take taco orders, I take taco orders on my Google Keep app. I keep colors here that I use a lot, my hex codes. More colors, more sermon clips. When I sell on eBay, last week we talked about selling your stuff on eBay to make more money for your church, selling your old equipment. Here's a little template that I use. So when I post on eBay, I just copy this template over from my Keep because I do a lot of it on my phone. So that is Google Keep. That is what I use it for. And of course, it syncs with the cloud version, so I can pull it up on my desktop. I can pull it up on my iPad, wherever I need it. And the most used app I use on Sunday is Google Keep, and it is my mind. If for some reason, Google loses my Keep data, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I might as well just do a reboot of my life because it's like, hey, do you remember when I told you? I'm going to say, no, you're going to have to tell me again because I don't remember.
That's funny.
So that is my number 3 app.
I'm gonna have to reboot my life. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. I use Google Keep as well. Between Keep and Evernote, for their various strengths. I love it. All right. My final one in the official list is a app that's actually been around.
I didn't know you had me on computer drinking.
Yeah.
I gotta look and see when you're talking, because
Sorry.
I just when you start talking, I assume you're just full screen. And
No. I always come back to a dual screen so we can converse. You know, you have to be over on this
start
side.
that over.
Yeah.
I try not to drink when I'm on screen.
Okay, well, we're rolling with this. So, as I was saying before Justin got all self-conscious, one of the apps that I love and that I've been using for a while, and it's actually been around for a while. In fact, Justin, here's a little known fact here. The app that I'm talking about is called WhatsApp. So if you don't know about it, it's it's a ubiquitous communication platform, which is really cool. I found out about it. Noel Lee, the guy who is the CEO of Monster, as in like the HDMI cables and the audio cables, you know, and the Beats headphones, you know, before he spun that company or before that company was sold off. The owner of that showed it to me, and it's how he at that time and his core team were communicating. Instead of texting and emailing and stuff, they just kind of started a conversation. And so in the last year or two, I've actually picked up on it. I want to show it to you. If you guys don't know what WhatsApp is, it is really cool. So WhatsApp is a communication platform. You can have chats. The thing that I love about WhatsApp over any other thing is that it's ubiquitous. The ubiquity is because it's platform independent. So, you know, we do group texts. Justin, you do group text with people on various subjects. I do it. Everybody does it. You know, your family may have a group text going on, whatever. The deal is that if you're on a different platform, you know, if everybody is on iOS and everybody's got iPhones, then that's great. It's wonderful. If everybody has an Android device, then it's great. It's wonderful. You can sort of keep all that stuff in the default messaging app or whatever. But then there's other times when, you know, somebody's on iOS, somebody's on this, somebody's on that. And, you know, sometimes your SMS app is like misconfigured. So anytime you reply to a group text, you reply and they get it, but then when they reply, you get all these individual texts. It's not in a group. There's all this, but it's just a bunch of garbage and stuff. So I tell people, if we're going to be communicating on any regular basis and stuff, let's jump on WhatsApp. With WhatsApp, it is cross-platform, including having a desktop app, a Chrome extension that lets you use it, which is really cool because, you know, if your phone is in your pocket, if your phone's across the room on a charger or something like that, you can still be communicating, and it's a lot faster to type on your keyboard when you're sitting at your desk than it is to pick up your phone and tick, 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 tick. You see how annoying that is? It's a lot better when you can go and you're done. But let me show you. I've got a couple of different ones here. My wife and I use one. It's fantastic, very easy to use. I love with this. Let's see. I'm going to. Let's see. You can record audio. You can the other person can record audio. If you hold down the microphone button, you can just basically do push to talk, which is one of the things that I love about this because you know, my wife can be doing something, could be hurriedly walking from the car to the building or something like that, and she can just pick it up and drop a message and say, you know, hey, do you need me to stop by the store? If so, tell me what you need me to get. And then I can, at my leisure, type to her the list that I want or what have you. It's so freaking handy. It's ridiculous. Group texting, really great. You can add people. You can have you know, things that are specified for your group. So we have our Brotherhood of Nerds that my pastor and me and a couple other guys are in. We're able to communicate with each other as we have need without, you know, having to, you know, text each other, without having to go through, you know, all the rigmarole of doing stuff like that. We can record audio, we can record video, we can throw GIFs in there, we can do all that sort of stuff. We can do it completely cross-platform. It's fantastic, and it's free. Now, another really big plus to WhatsApp is that it is encrypted end-to-end, and it's really secure. It's that kind of encryption that Apple uses, like for the iMessages. Very secure, like Facebook uses for Messenger. Facebook also owns WhatsApp, so nobody can snoop in on it unless they have the appropriate security clearance to be able to do that. So you can assume that it's encrypted and it's going to be secure. So there's a huge plus right there. When you're using the desktop app or the Chrome extension, it makes it really easy when you have to share other materials and stuff. Like I was working on an intro for our church's podcast, and I had recorded some stuff, got it all set and done, and I wanted to show my pastor. So instead of transferring the audio file to Dropbox and then logging into my phone and then copying the link and then going over to a text and then pasting the link in, I didn't have to worry about that. I just had the app open up here on my desktop, and I grabbed the MP3 file and I dropped it into the thing, and it uploaded it, and then he listened to it and went crazy because it was awesome. Which, I mean, it was awesome. So anyway, WhatsApp, absolutely cool. I love it. I use it daily, many, many times. Justin, I'm getting ready to come to a dual screen of us. So there you are. Do you use WhatsApp?
I don't. I've never. I mean, I think I've downloaded it. I think if you go to my app store, it has the cloud icon. I downloaded it at one time, and I'm sure I used it at one time, but I don't know anyone that uses it, so I don't have a reason to use it. But yeah, I'm all down to download more communication apps. I prefer to segment my communications that way. So
yeah,
if anyone wants to, I mean, I'll jump in.
It's cool. The thing I like about it is that it's multimedia, and I told my wife, if there's an emergency and you need to talk to me, call. Okay, because throughout my day, I'm in and out of production all day long, right? So if my phone rings and it's her, I'm expecting it to be, I can't go pick up the kids. Can you go grab the kids real quick? Or can you break away to do this? Or I'm on my way to the hospital, or, I mean, whatever. Because I'm in and out of production, throughout the course of the day. However, if she just needs to ask me to pick up something on my way home, if she has a question or something, instead of using the SMS and having to jump through hoops, doing this lets her type something, and then I get a notification. I can look at it and respond when I want. We know that we don't have to have immediate communication back and forth using this. It's going to be just for general stuff, And if she has something that is important but not of dire importance, not a huge emergency, then she'll do one or two messages in a row. And then I realize, okay, she needs to talk to me now. So I can quietly look at it in the middle of the show. I can cut the camera to someone else and look at it and type back or do whatever, that kind of thing. And it makes it a lot easier when we're driving as well, because, on the little holder in the car, I see that she does something. I put my thumbprint on, my phone comes up, I hit the play button, I hear what she has to say, and then as I'm driving, I can just sort of stick my finger or hold on to the little microphone, and I can record a quick message and still be driving and not have to worry about anything and let go and know that it's sent. It's really cool. I got a bonus for you. I got a bonus if you want. You want a bonus?
Sure.
Do you listen to audiobooks?
No.
What's the matter with you? You're illiterate.
I don't have time. I am illiterate. I am faced with this battle every day. I listen to a podcast or a YouTube that says, try Audible for free for 1 month and you get 2 books and cancel. But I just listen to podcasts, and I prefer to read books. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
No, I'm good with that. I do a lot of driving, and I keep my headphones around my neck. They're not today, but you guys seen them. I keep those things on all the time. And so when I'm doing something, any kind of work around the house, or any chores, if I'm mowing, if I'm wandering around the grocery store, if I'm doing anything like that, I usually have either a podcast or an audiobook going on. And I love audiobooks. I've been listening to audiobooks since 1992, spring of 1992. Is when I got my first audiobook, my first tape. But I want to show you guys the player that I'm using. It's called Rocket Player, and it's on Android. I think it is also available on iOS. I don't know. If you're on iOS and it's not, I'm sorry. That's a shame. But it scans your device, finds all the files, and you can tell it, ignore podcasts and stuff if you want. And then it puts them all in here as albums. Now, it is a music player. It's not just an audiobook player. So, you can have playlists. You can have, you can have your iTunes library in here if you want. But I use it for audiobooks, and I absolutely Love it. One of the things that's cool is that it basically keeps track of where you are. So when you're playing a file and you close the app or you reboot your phone or you do whatever, when it comes back up, it's right there ready for you to go. It's great. There's a free version. There's a paid version that you basically unlock it and you get a few more things. It's got EQ. In fact, let's see. So with the EQ, you can set the EQ per device or per book. If you've got a book that is the audio is low or the quality is low or whatever, you can set that. And same thing with songs if you're using it for your songs or if you are using it to listen to other spoken word things. Anyway, it's great. It's called Rocket Player. It's an awesome app. I love it. It's one of the ones that I use between that and Pocket Casts. One of those is up and open, and when I hit the little play button on the side of my headphones, those things fire off. I absolutely love it. All right, you're back to being on dual screen again, Justin.
I love it. Unfortunately, I got to take off.
Okay. Sounds good. I will finish the show right here.
All right. Thank you guys for watching.
Bye.
Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye. Okay, this is where I'm going to do the closing, guys. So there you have it. There's a look inside our virtual closets, if you will. Justin and I use these apps off and on throughout any given day. Throughout the week, each one of these apps gets touched multiple times. Now, of course, we do use our content creation apps. We use our cameras, our video cameras. We use our screen recorders, on our phones. We use, audio recorders and all this other kind of stuff. We use the Adobe Spark app, when we use Canva for your phone, all this other kind of stuff. But these are the ones that are kind of our utilities. These are our go-to. These are part of our Swiss Army knife, I guess you could say. And we love these. So we want to know what you're using. Leave a comment below. Let us know what your favorite apps are, what you use. If you have an alternative to one of the ones that we're using, let us know. If there's something better, hey, we're not married to these. We will happily walk away if you can prove to us that it's better. So please share what you're using. We're going to have all the links in here to our apps and the various flavors of those in our notes. So be sure to grab those. And guys, I hope that this has been really helpful. This kind of stuff, Justin and I, how to use these apps, why we use these apps, and a ton more can be yours if you join the Church Training Academy. So if you want to become an insider and learn how we take all this kind of stuff that we do and amplify the crud out of it, we're talking about our communications or our graphics or our podcasting or video production, live streaming, marketing, website design, all that kind of stuff. We are building out a humongous library of courses and training and tutorials and all this kind of stuff to help you guys basically exploit all this technology that we have at our fingertips. Some of it you know about, some of it you don't know about, some of it you want to know about. Anyway, we're teaching you all that sort of stuff. So if you want, you can become an insider by going to churchtrainingacademy.com/join, become a CTA, Church Training Academy Insider. You'll get access to our training. You'll get access to our private group, not the Church Media Hacks group. That's free to everybody as long as you're in the industry. But you'll get the Church Training Academy CTA Insiders group, which is a smaller group, much more concentrated. All of us in there are doing all kinds of different things, and we all kind of help each other through these projects and overcoming these obstacles and stuff. And then, speaking of breaking through roadblocks and stuff, you get access to our bi-weekly, I think that's what you call it when it's every other week, twice a month mastermind group. We have a group coaching that we do for a couple of hours on Thursday nights, every other Thursday night, and basically everyone gets to be on the hot seat. And here's what I'm dealing with. Here's what I'm working on. Here's what I need help with. Here's what I need help with. Here's how it all worked out. All that kind of stuff. We all put that stuff out there and then all take turns focusing on helping each other through those breakthroughs. It is fantastic. It is group coaching that that is taking each of us and helping us up our games and stuff. It is cool. Anybody who is an insider who goes through the group coaching will tell you that it is probably the most valuable part of the entire membership. And that's saying something. So we'd love for you to be a part of that. So go to churchtrainingacademy.com/join, and you can become a CTA Insider today. All right, that's it. I'm going to wrap it up. Be sure to grab all of these apps and links and stuff down below. Let us know what you're using. Guys, I hope that this has been useful to you. I hope it's been helpful to you. Now, take the stuff that you're learning here and with anything that we're doing with Church Training Academy and use it to go change lives. Boom. All right. Getting dry here. All right, guys, I got a few minutes. If anybody has any questions or any thoughts or any clarifications that are needed, or you guys are totally wrong, I don't know what y'all were thinking, all that sort of stuff, you are welcome to throw it in right now, and I will answer it as best I can. No activity on YouTube today, which is interesting. Last week it was humming. Yeah, Chris Hall said that that WhatsApp is huge in Europe, citing the security features that it has. I really like that. I really do. You know, it's funny. I do more communication through either WhatsApp or through Facebook Messenger. I mean, Justin and I don't think we've ever texted each other, actually, like SMS, texted each other. We have not gotten on a telephone call ever with each other. It's always been through a Zoom meeting, a Skype call, or texting throughout. And you guys know he and I met once in real life, and that was at Christmas last year. He came to my parents' house. Yeah, so between WhatsApp and Messenger, those are the primary communication tools I use. I do text, with other people, here and there. But I've put together a photography team at our church. So the people that are on that team, I said, go get on WhatsApp, because we're going to do a group in WhatsApp so that we can easily pass things back and forth. If we have a photo that we want to just show everybody or whatever. But more importantly, I can put a call out there to that group. I can just record something. Hey, guys, this week I need somebody. We're going to be having a bunch of new members that are going to be presented this week. So I need someone to be up there at the front of the church and taking pictures of everybody, take pictures of the group, the individuals, all that sort of stuff. Who's going to do it? And then Janice, I'll do it. Boom, done. That's great. It's a lot better than telling everybody to, trying to create a group on, not a group, but like a group chat on Messenger. It's just a lot easier with WhatsApp. And what's cool is you can customize the notifications. So, like for the notifications for the photography group, the Shutterbug group that I made, I can make it be a camera shutter sound. That way, if I hear that coming out of my pocket, I know, one of those people did it. With my nerd group, with my pastor and other two friends, I have it making a, like a Super Mario Brothers sound, something like that. With my wife, it's a certain sound. That way I know who I'm talking with. But like when it's, with Facebook Messenger, it's like, the standard Messenger thing. It's like, okay, I got to look and see whose chat head is up there. And then, WhatsApp, I dig it, guys. How well does it work with Apple Watch? You're talking about WhatsApp? I don't know, because we only have one Apple Watch in our house, and it's Jana's. And I really don't know if how it works. I'm assuming it's going to work just as good as any of the other ones do. It's kind of foolish for them not to develop for it. I could swear I used to have an Android app, and I could swear there was like no issues. I mean, it came up, I could see stuff, reply if I needed to, or have it launch on my phone so I could type or record and stuff. So. No, we actually don't know each other's phone numbers. I mean, we have each other's contact information, the full list, and we can contact our wives if there was an emergency or something. We've got all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I don't think I don't know his phone number. Don't know. I'm trying to think. I do know his mailing address because I sent him some stuff. Yeah. All right, guys. That is it. I've got a ton of stuff I've got to get taken care of today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. I really appreciate y'all's feedback. And be sure you share this, and be sure, guys, if those of y'all that are watching live here, go to ctapodcast.com and subscribe to the podcast. Been working on some updated artwork and all that sort of stuff. We're getting ready to launch season 3 of the show here pretty soon. Probably about the time that we hit episode 60. So within the next few weeks. So anyway, just go subscribe to the Church Training Academy podcast, ctapodcast.com, and you can grab the flavor that you need. All right, y'all. Hope y'all have a fantastic weekend. I hope everything goes well. We'll see you guys, the insiders. I'll see you in the insiders group, and the rest of you I will see in the hacks group. Talk to you guys later.